It is almost midnight now here in Sweden, and I am on my way to go to bed. But I wanted to tell you something that I forget to tell you in my last episode recording. That something very not very strange, but strange, that I know this about money, that it's not about money anymore for me since God come to me and talking to me, and it I was complaining to God in the beginning of my walk, because it come not instantly, the knowledge about heaven and God to me, because I was not raised in the church, so I didn't know anything. So in the beginning I was like everyone else, and I learned step by step how it is with God and religion, tradition, and what's going on in the world, in that living afterlife that we have later on. What it was, I didn't know what it was, but they teach me about it, and it was about money also, because someone was stealing in that time when I was homeless. I had with me what it's called Walkman. You that is older, you know this, to listen at in the ears music. And I love music. I always have loved music. And someone stole my Walkman from me. And I was on my way to save money to buy me an airline ticket from United States to Sweden to go back to my home country, Sweden. And I tried to save up money, and then I have talked about it before in an episode. It's not that I have forgot it, that I repeat myself, but many of you have not listened to my episodes. You have only listened to some episodes, so this is new for you. So I was sitting on the bus to somewhere, and I had been to a store and bought me a new Walkman, one of the cheapest I could find in a dollar store. And I sit on the bus and I was talking to God in my mindset, inside my mind. And I ask for God to forgive me because I have spent the money I should save up to buy me an airline ticket back to Sweden. So I say to God, forgive me, because I have spent the money I should save up and I have bought a Walkman for me. And immediately God was talking to me, answer me back. And he said to me that not really angry. It was this kind of anger, loving speaking. And he said to me that, don't you understand that I have all the money? There is no limit of money that I have. He said to me, God, inside my mind. And so he said that I have, it's not like a pot, so there is a limit of the pot that the money is giving to you. He said that to me. I have all the money. So from that moment, I start to understand that I should not look at money, that I should not think about money in that way that the world does. Because in the spirit world, there is no need for money. But if there is work for God that we should do, not work for God that we think about on our own, but if you hear from God that you need to do something that you need money for, but you don't have the money, then if God is telling you to do a work for him, he make always sure that you get that money. But it's not your money to keep. It's money for the work from God to another person, or traveling, like I get money from God to travel, and because he tell me to travel. I don't have a travel on my own for the whole time I have been under God for 20. It start to be 23 years now. That what God have told me, I got the money to travel to those places, and it can come from people that hear my podcast, that they feel like they need to send me some money to join me in the work for God, and that's in that way to send me money. And so it's not my own money. Money is from God, and we should not spend the money unwisely. We should spend the money wisely. We can have fun, we can have joy with the money without to do the worldly, what the world do, that they think it's fun. Because I have lots of fun and enjoyment when I have been working for God. Well, it's maybe 50-50. I have struggled, but I should never have wanted it to not have been in that way, that these 23 years have given me, that I should never want to go back and start over and not do these suffering and painful things I have done to learn about afterlife and God and everything there is that we seldom see, but they are there. And something I have not, what I forget to tell you earlier today when I'm recording, was that I find my mother's wrist clock that she carried, and she had a wrist clock that she wear when she was working. It was not her best watch, but she had one that was of gold. That she have only for when she should be and have nice clothes on. But when she was working, she had this clock that I find this morning. And the gold clock, that can my brother and sister have, because they took it after she died. So I should not have it. And I don't care anymore. I'm out from that prison that money is. So I be more and more thankful and happy that there is some people that believe in what I'm telling you about. And as this about money and God, that I don't have any extra money. If something coming up in my life, like my teeth, I have fake teeth, but I feel it like I have real teeth because it's glue on my teeth to look nice. But it start to fall apart, and suddenly it can drop in my mouth, going out my teeth, and then I don't have any teeth anymore. So I need to go to a dentist, but I didn't know how to do it. But I have no fear about it, because I have started to understand that some of you that listen at my podcast, you understand that I am for real, and what I tell you is real. And it was a dentist about I don't know when he started. It was, I think, when I got these injections, this expensive injection. In that time, it started to happen, positive things for me in that time, 2014. And I had a dentist that lived here in Sweden, but he was from Ukraine. I was scared about him because he is still, I suppose, very powerful in talking, and you don't say anything against it. You only say yes, yes, yes. I'm scared to say something against him, to suggest something for him. I only let him work with new teeth. And he said that one day, that it's cheaper if we send it to Ukraine to make your teeth. He said to me, And I was scared to say, no, I want Swedish people to do my teeth. And I was scared because I was thinking it no good quality on it. But I have got the foundation. I had got the foundation, so it was not my money. So I was a little okay with it because it was not my money. And so he sent it to Ukraine, and then I got the teeth. And he say, when I ask him, I ask, how long will these teeth last? And he say, at least 10 years is it warranty. And now it start to be 10 years since then. And it start to fall apart, and I try to not chewing on that side, on my left side in my mouth, that start to fall apart. I have not done it, but it fall apart anyway, that side. So I can only eat on one side of my mouth because I'm frightened to destroy the teeth more on that side. But then is it a hole in this plastic teeth? So it's coming in food I eat anyway, even if I don't chew it on that side. And so it's very strange, and I thinking that I don't lay when I'm sleeping. I sleep on my right side, but the left side start to cracking for me. So I need to go to the dentist, but it's very, very expensive, like it is in many countries. It's very expensive. But now I see that I start to get money from you, my follower, listener, that understand that this, what I'm talking about, is real. And I must say that because it's so many people that think this is fake and God never talked to women like that, and these crazy things that the devil have convinced them to believe. And and then what I wanted to talk about that I started to recording about, it is that I have my helper coming yesterday and was working for me 2 hours, and he was talking about Israel, and he say that it's very strange that you got so much money. He say to me, I'm talking about this, and I say I don't know how it could be like that, but God, afterlife, heard and knew it and wanted me to travel to Israel, so I got it in some way. I don't know who was sending me or what happened with that money that come through, but it come through. And when I'm talking to him, then I remember that I have some money. There is some money left over from Israel that I have, that at least those money is enough to buy me a flight ticket. And then yesterday, it was someone that sent me money, and that money couldn't have been because I was talking about Dublin and Ireland to go there. So this person couldn't have heard that episode because the money come in the same day to my bank account, and it must be a new day before I get that money if someone have heard the episode. So money was sending to me, and now I was thinking that's not happened today, but everything can happen after 12 o'clock, after lunchtime. It is 12:12. It's in the midnight. It can happen something just after midnight, and sometimes it's at 12 o'clock in the afternoon after lunch. The money is coming in. It's what the computer AI do on the banks, and so this first money I got was like confirm, and when my helper say this, that I remember that I didn't. I had money that I have exchanged to US dollar. The Israel money was gone, but I had this that the spirit world told me that I should not change all the money to Israel shekel. They say I should take some money and exchange it to US dollar. So I did that. And I spent some US dollar on my traveling to Jerusalem. But there were money left over when I come back home. And I let it be there in the envelope and not exchange it, because I was thinking that maybe there is something I need to do for God. I felt it, that it was not over, but it will be a different way to travel after 22 years on my own, and in the school for God. I start to my mouth be like gluing because I'm so dry. You know, I have diabetes, so I need to drink very much water. So I drink water, and now I'm okay again. But it was gluing for me, the mouth, because I was so dry. And so that make me to remember. So those money I had left over from Israel traveling, I am not thinking about it. So he make me to remember that I had some money that I could at least take the flight. You know that I am disabled, so I have to go with expensive taxi to the airport, because it's always in Denmark. I live only 1 hour from Copenhagen's airport, and so I can have this taxi that I order when I go to Israel that drive me over the bridge to Denmark, and so that cost about $300 US dollar if we count it in US dollar, like that, to take the taxi. And then the flight is not so expensive like it is nowadays, that the flight is not so expensive. So I have about that money to come to Ireland on my own money, but I don't have the money to stay in a hotel, and as it is now when traveling, the hotels are very expensive in all countries. So it's about between $150 $200 per night to sleep in Dublin. And I don't know how many days heaven want me to be in Dublin. They have not told me, and I don't know when to take the flight. They have not told me these things, but they will make sure that I travel when they want me to travel, when it's done, it's ready. And I don't have so much followers from Ireland, so it is not about that. It's about that they want me to come to Ireland because they have lived there, and I have the family name Kennedy. The president's family in United States. I have this Kennedy family tree, branches in my tree, and they were from Ireland. And now I know the President Biden was from Ireland also. I didn't know that. I have not checked him up if he is in my tree. But I'd be surprised when I get the DNA result that the family Kennedy is in my family tree. So many of the DNA result was from Ireland from the beginning. And I was surprised also to read that this about the Druid, that they were coming from the Vikings. And I didn't know. I had this talking to me that I have been a Druid in the year 600. And yesterday I read that the Druid, they had their most powerful time in 600, year 600, as this who it was. I don't know who told me this, but today I assume it was from heaven. I heard it, that I had belonged to the Druid in Ireland, and I was on my way to travel to Dublin just when COVID-19 came and I couldn't travel there when it was COVID-19. So that was on my bucket list before it was about to take the flight to Israel. And now they remind me that I should travel to Ireland that I should have done earlier. And now it's okay. I have a new passport, and I can travel to Ireland today, and I'm going to see if I can study a little more about Ireland and find out what I should do on Ireland. I wish I could meet some people in Ireland, and we should be like we talking to those in afterlife. Not only my ancestors, but those people that I meet in Ireland, that I talk to them and tell them what the afterlife, the heaven, want to tell them, that they coming. The spirit world is coming down and talk to them, and I'm there for them, people in Ireland or England, if you are coming from UK. But I don't know, because I am only a human. If they don't talk to me from heaven, I don't know anything. This is only something I say as a human, that I don't know yet what will come, and that was the same with Israel. That it was something I knew I should do, but I didn't know how I could have any money, how I could travel to Israel. But it come later on, more and more understanding. And I told you that they will tell me when I'm coming to Israel, the spirit world will tell me what I should do in Jerusalem. And the first night at the hotel in Jerusalem, I heard it's crashing. But it was a little like glass, but it sounded like plastic glass. And it was crashing in the air, and I wake up of it. And I understood that my mother come through. She really come into this world when I was in Jerusalem. And she helped me to protect me from evil things that happen in Jerusalem. And so it will be when they tell me that I should take the flight to Ireland, to Dublin. I don't know if it will Dublin. It happened the same thing with Israel. I don't really know, but it come to me more and more what I should do and where. And it will be this with Ireland. But the first confirm was that someone was sending me money to travel to Ireland, and then now when I should recording this episode, I check out my bank account because I was thinking that I don't need to do it because it have not coming any money, but it was money on the bank account. So that was whatever you wrote me. I got the message that it was for my teeth and for my traveling that money come through. So it have what I was saying is it have not with what you wrote me that I should for my traveling and teeth. It was a confirm that I should travel to Ireland. That happened with Israel also, the same thing. That suddenly come money into my bank account, and then I knew that's what's true, what I heard from heaven. So I thank you for helping me to support me with money, so I can stay at the hotel, and I wait for heaven to tell me how many days and when, because it's soon midsummer here in Sweden, and I have saved up money to stay at the hotel in midsummer, to not be by myself in the midsummer, and I save up money for that hotel, and I think because it's more cold in Ireland than it is in Sweden, and I think it's gonna be better to travel there in August, July, August, like that. It's more warm there, I suppose. But it's not me that make the decision. It's what heaven tell me. But as they have not say anything, is it not in hurry? So it's, I suppose, I don't know, but I suppose that it will be in late summer, when it's not so much tourist, because I'm not going to be a tourist. I am never a tourist. After that, God come to me, and in the year 2000, have I not been a tourist? I was that before. I was tourist, but I think I have not been so much tourist. I was thinking today that I have forgotten. I don't think I have said that. I have been to Los Angeles 1 week, but it was long. It was before God came and talked to me. It was when I was to Las Vegas and spend money on those crazy things in this gambling in Las Vegas. I was in Los Angeles when we go with the car to Las Vegas. So I have been to many places, but it was a life before God come that I did what other people are doing today. I have done that. I have been ordinary person until 2000. So that was what I wanted to tell you this about, that I had got money. I forget that I had some left over from Israel that I can use to Ireland. Um, so I thank you for the money you're sending me to help me, because there is much going on. Are you here? My teeth start to make me talk very strange because it's whistle from the teeth. People can't see it, but it's going bad to my speaking here in my podcast. Someone come in here now when I should finish. Someone is very strong here. I saw it like a star coming in on my right side of my head. And what this that looked like a star is talking about to me is that I'm going to take a little more water. That they are going to spread out a spirit way of understanding that there is more people that can support those things. And one thing more that is coming up that is not really in my will, but it is in my will also that next winter I need to find me a place where it's not cold and snow and those things, that I can stay in a better temperature, not hot weather, but like 20 degrees in winter time, like that. My brain can't take too hot weather, and it can't take icy weather. It works. My brain be confused over the cold and the warm weather, so it need about 20 Celsius degrees to that I live in that temperature the whole time. So this is not good, because I can handle it, the warm weather in Sweden, because it's only a few days that is between 25 and 30 degrees, and my brain can't take that. But that one is maybe 1 week, and I can stay in my home and have the fan on. I have two nice fans to have it a lower temperature inside my home. That's okay, but winter time is it about at least a little under 0 Celsius degrees, and it too many weeks that I have to sit home because I can't be outside in that cold weather. The brain be confused over the temperature change. So, and the wind also outside. It's very hard with all this change of weather. It's very strange, but that's what happened when the car drive over me. So this is the spirit that come through here. It was like a wind coming quick, this, and it's gone now. And it was that it told me that they are going to send more people to help me, to support me with the money so I can do those things that they want me to do. So I thank you for sending what amount you can afford to do it. I know it's tough times today, most all over the world. So I know these problems, but I'm thankful that you can help me and I do my best to help you also by talking to God about this that you give me, even if I don't know you. But I tell God that there is some people that start to understand what's going on and support me. So in 23 years not have any support, and suddenly it's coming support now after Israel. It was before Israel to go to Israel and end this education I have under heaven, and now as an old and disabled person could get some support. Thank you for that, and God bless you.